A most pleasant good afternoon, working toward evening to all of you. Welcome to the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long. Time for round two almost, between the Rensselaer Polytechnic Engineers and the Delaware Blue Hens in an ACHA Men's Division II matchup. We'll get going at the bottom of the hour, but before we do, a look back at yesterday's contest, which saw Rensselaer roll to a 5-2 win over the Delaware Blue Hens. 3-1 through the first 40 minutes, 4-1 through the first 41 minutes, or rather through the first 21 minutes. Let's try that again. 3-1 through the first 20 minutes, 4-1 through the first 21 minutes. But then it was some pretty even hockey as the Delaware defense strengthened. They managed a couple power play goals. One from Patrick Olensky after assisting Brian Kramer early in the game. But offensively speaking, Xander Zoya, the star of the show for RPI, with a goal and an assist here, notching his 8th goal of the year. Toe drag past Dominic Sapatelli, that to give the Engineers their 5th. And then one of the 2 Delaware power play goals, as mentioned, Pat Olensky. Looming net front to bury the puck past Hayden Plymley, who ultimately saved 28 of 30 shots in victory for RPI yesterday. Hayden will be in a backup role tonight as Tyler Sherrick gets the call from head coach Liam McBain. 2-0-0 on the year with a 2.00 goals against average and a save percentage of .944 on the Delaware side of the red line. We'll see the former Philadelphia Little Flyer, the former Cincinnati Junior Cyclone Nick Waugh, native of Pasadena, Maryland, with a 1-1-0 record in his first season of ACHA play, a .325 goals against average and a save percentage of .908. We're going to take a pause here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, round 2 between the Engineers and the Blue Hens. You're in the right place for Saturday night college hockey in the first state. We'll be right back on the Delaware Hockey Network, all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Go time for Delaware RPI round 2. And we're going to head inside the glass right now to meet tonight's starting lineups. Once again, hockey fans, good evening. And welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association presents a men's Division II regular season game between the visiting Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Engineers and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting RPI Engineers, coached by Liam McBain. Starting in goal, number 30, Tyler Sherrick. On defense, number 25, Thomas Hall. And number 26, Stephen Feldman. At forward, number 5, Trent Burton. Number 13, Zachary Roy. And number 14, Seth McKenna. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Pasadena, Maryland, number 1, Nick Waugh. On defense from Newark, Delaware, number 23, Brendan Fleming. And from New City, New York, number 29, Danny Downey. Starting at forward from Dedham, Massachusetts, number 11, Brendan Stabb. From Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, number 14, Brian Kramer. And from Poquog, New York, number 28, Chris Sager. Your Blue Hens are coached by Vince Falkowski, assisted by Bob Stroik and Dylan Green. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Owen Doan and Brad Howington, and linespeople Lucas Stoffanecker and Adam Wheeler. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag, located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ready to go for round 2. RPI with a 5-2 win yesterday, but through the last 39 minutes and change of the contest, It was one aside. RPI traveling right to left in opening period action. Clad in their away red kits. Delaware moving left to right in their home whites, blue helmets, blue pants, blue numbers on the back and sleeves, and the Blue Hen logo emblazoned on the chest of the sweater. Third appearance between the pipes for Nick Waugh this season, 1-1-0 as a Delaware Blue Hen with a .325 goals against average and a save percentage of .908. Tyler Sherrick, 2-0-0 for RPI and a save percentage of .944. Indeed, time to play the game from Fred Rust Arena. And off we go. Puck tied up in the near corner of the Delaware zone. Kick back to Fleming. Pursuing is Roy. This is advanced by Kramer, but he's slowed up at the far dot by Steven Feldman. Puck was tied up behind netminder Tyler Sherrick momentarily. Now RPI working forward. Dumas and Ma entering together. As Hubert Polchlepek now takes over and flips the puck ahead to Chris Sager up the right wing boards. Piecemeal change for the Blue Hens. Sager plays the carom shot in low. Greco to Polchlepek, up to Joey Engelman manning the right point. This taken away by Usich in the far corner for RPI. Puck is tied up in the corner boards and now walked free by Xander Zoya, whose 11 goals lead RPI in offensive productivity so far this season. He got his 11th last night in the Engineers' 5-2 win over Delaware. 100 seconds behind us. Trying to work past center was Boughton. Cross-ice pass near side intended for Julian, taken away. Variale back in his own zone to Polchlepek. Bodied off the puck, and this is worked forward. Padolensky could not maintain Delaware's momentum. And again, the Engineers dump in just past the 2-minute mark of opening period play. Yet to see a shot on goal as the fours battle in the near corner. Engelman and Safonov. Safonov tried to set up on the doorstep Henry Ong to no avail. Ong, one of the 5 RPI goal scorers in last night's 5-2 win. And probably one of the most telling things about how strong this Engineers team is their depth from top to bottom. 11 RPI skaters recorded a point last night. So any of their 4 lines can produce almost at will. This play comes to a halt, 2 minutes and 46 seconds into the first period, thanks to a Hubert Polchlepek roughing minor. So the Hens go on the early PK. And this PK could be brought to you, well, by you. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Email MJR at 412 Communications to learn more. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 17, Hubert Polchlepek. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes 46 seconds in the first period. Polchlepek 2 for roughing at 2:46. Hall to Gesa. Back to Hall just inside the line, hassled by Kramer. Gesa kept to the corner by Mulesarek. Works the puck back up the near boards to Gavin Dumas. Here's Dumas off the give and go from Zoya, but he bobbled the puck approaching the near dot. That gave Stam a chance to try to pounce and clear, ultimately to no avail. Buckman opposite side slams the puck 200 feet from east to west, from our left to our right, and it is steadied by Sherrick in the vicinity of his own goal. 3.5 gone in first period play. And here's Zoya streaking forward, trying to tuck one past Waugh on the doorstep. Couldn't get the shot away. Engelman fails to clear. Holding the point near side is Usich. Zoya on the run from Engelman. Gave the puck away to Owen Cunningham, who from just inside the Delaware blue line clears. Second clear for the Hens, and both teams will change at least partially. 37 seconds remaining on the Polchlepek roughing minor. John Hudson advances to Julian up the left boards. Julian puts on the brakes in the corner and feeds back to Usich walking the line. Usich opens fire. Waugh with the save, and a puck batted in by Trent Burton. Gives RPI the early lead. So a power play tally. Starting with the shot from Trent Burton. This coming at 4:26 in opening period play. And as we saw in the 4-1-2 communications instant replay, no question about the height that puck was propelled in by Burton, well below the crossbar, as he pots his second of the year. RPI power play goal, his second of the season, scored by number 5, Trent Burton. Assisted by number 23, Nicholas Usich, and number 17, Dylan Julian. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 26 seconds in the first period. Burton's second from Usich and Julian at 4:26, a power play goal. Hens trying to counter. Up the middle comes Aiden Starr. First shot on goal from the Blue Hens. Comes at the 5.5 minute mark of the first period. Sherrick with the textbook save as expected. Olensky and Safanov converge in the near corner of the Delaware zone. Battling for a puck sent back into Blue Hen territory. Hall's shot skipped wide from net front traffic. Safanov leaves this to the right point. Hard shot from Feldman was off its mark. Johnson Perez maintains control for Rensselaer, but this puck ultimately is given away by Aiden Starr after a failed pass below the goal. Teddy Baum gains center red before dumping the puck in behind the RPI goal, and that will enable the Hens to get some fresh legs on. We're just beyond the 6 minute mark of opening period play from Fred Rust Arena. Rensselaer up early 1-0 on the strength of a power play goal from Trent Burton. Emil Saric to Polchlepek. This is carried on by Greco up the right wing boards. He gains center before playing the puck in deep. D'Souza won the race back to it for the men in red. And Boughton clears. Here's a 2-on-1. Centering pass and a shot from Gesa off the Julian setup is tipped into the glass by Waugh. Engelman the other direction. Dropped off to Greco. Shot from just above the right dot was wide off its intended mark, and the Hens barely hold. This is played back to Engelman, who retreats to his own blue line. Flom. Hassled by the forechecking Brendan Ma. Back to Engelman. Diagonal stretch pass fanned on by Polchlepek, and this is going to come back in icing. Draw to the left of Nick Waugh, who saved 4 of 5 so far. This shot from the right point of Niall O'Malley was off its line. Ma preserves. He gets one on net. Waugh says no. We're 7.5 minutes in. 1-0 RPI with the lead, and with territorial control, another attacking zone face-off coming their way. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule a free consultation. Call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 and call Brendan Stam for the equalizing goal approaching mid-period. Stam goes top shelf. 7:48 into the first period, and we're all tied up one aside. Let's watch it again on the 4-1-2 replay. First line in motion the whole way. Stam gained that loose puck in his own slot to Kramer, to Sager, and Brendan Stam, oh captain, my captain, pots his 5th of the year to get the Hens back on level pegging. Delaware goal! His 5th of the season. Scored by number 11, Brendan Stam. Assisted by number 28, Chris Sager. And number 14, Brian Kramer. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 48 seconds of the first period. Stam's 5th from Sager and Kramer at 7:48. So nearing mid-period, Howington caught an edge and took a tumble on his way back into the Delaware zone. Doesn't look any the worse for wear, though. Maybe a bruise to the ego, but that's about it. Oginski gains the RPI line, but he gives the puck away to D'Souza. D'Souza could not get past Buckman, intercepting the puck. Here's a 2-on-1 for Delaware. Oginski couldn't set up Cunningham, but the rebound goes in. So the Hens get a second, and it looks like this is Oginski all the way. Here it comes again. Evan Oginski with his 2nd of the year. And the Blue Hens get their first lead of the weekend. How about another? My, oh my, oh my. Two goals in 10 seconds, and this one goes to Justin Fox. Off the rebound of a Teddy Baum shot. Hens have turned this into a 3-1 hockey game. We owe you some particulars yet. And we'll get all of it to you here momentarily. Delaware's second goal, second of the season, scored by number 21, Evan Oginski. Assisted by number 26, Michael Buckman. Time of the goal, 9 minutes 44 seconds of the first period. Oginski's second from Buckman at 9:44. Delaware's third goal, second of the season, scored by number 7, Justin Fox. And we'll get you more in a second as Delaware makes this 4-0. For one, I should say. Apologies. Polchlepek getting that one, and whew. Lightning in a bottle caught by these Blue Hens. Recapping Delaware's third goal, second of the season, scored by number 7, Justin Fox, assisted by number 20, Teddy Baum, and number 25, Andrew Plank. Time of the goal, 9:54 in the first period. Again, Delaware's third goal, recapped by rule. Fox's second from Baum and Plank at 9:54. Delaware's fourth goal, first of the season, scored by number 17, Hubert Polchlepek. Time of the unassisted goal, 11 minutes 14 seconds in the first period. Polchlepek's first unassisted at 11:14. Entering the game for RPI after the third Delaware goal is number 33, Hayden Plymley. So a maelstrom of vulcanized rubber raining on the tandem of RPI netminders in the past few minutes as the Blue Hens, in a span of 3.5 minutes, account for 4 goals. Oh, to maintain that pace on the regular. Johnson Perez behind his own net. Gave the puck away to Greco. Kramer, centering pass, skips past Greco, and is held in by Downey, protecting the right point. This was gloved down by Feldman, advanced by Boughton up ice, and now working the left wing boards is Will Gesa. He tried to set up a one-timer from Julian just above the far corner, but it was off its line, and here's Kramer coming back the other direction, trying to split RPI defenders just inside the blue line, but he lost control of the puck. There is shot from Boughton. Turned aside by Waugh as the Engineers were outnumbered upon gaining the zone. 7.5 minutes to go in the first period of a 4-1 hockey game, but it's Delaware with the advantage here. And play is halted with 7:17 to go as we hear the whistle of Owen Doan.
Doors closing.
Roughing the call against D'Souza at 12:43 in the first period. So for the first time tonight, the Blue Hens head to the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. You too can score on the Power Play with Delaware Sports Medicine's new membership program. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Rensselaer penalty was assessed to number 2, Ryan D'Souza. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes 43 seconds in the first period. D'Souza 2 for roughing at 12:43. Hens scored both of their goals with the man advantage last night. Looking to add one here in similar fashion. Olensky unable to finish on the Sager setup. Engineers clear. Stam with a minute and change left on this power play. Starts up from behind his own goal. Greco stripped of the puck by Safonov. All alone, shot from 20 feet was wide. He and Engelman collide in pursuit of the rebound in the far corner. It ends up back in neutral ice where it's thrown in by McKenna. Engelman recovers. Buckman leaves it back to Joey Engelman. Nearly a botched pass in the D zone from Greco, but Buckman had space enough to recover. And the Blue Hens will try again just past 14 minutes into first period play. Engelman pitched to the wall by Julian, accelerated into the RPI zone, and the Hens set up shop offensively. Buckman trying to step up to the top of the circle for a shot. Instead, he cycles to Flom. Engelman across to Greco. Skip pass beyond the reach of Flom. Ricocheting off the near boards. Josh Flom takes a hit from usage. Hens swarm the net. Flashing the leather is Plymley. And we've got a pause in play as RPI go back full strength. False start on the face-off. We'll try again with Oginski and Ma squaring off. Ma wins the draw, and here's Zoya. Off the advancing pass from Dumas, barreling into the Delaware zone. Waugh keeps the near post airtight, and he covers for the pause. 5:05 to go in the first period. As Waugh records save number 10. Officially, he's seen 11 shots so far in opening period action. This game off to a bit of a slow start, but man, has it heated up in a hurry. Face-off coming to the near circle. The 21s converge. Boughton and Oginski. And Evan Oginski wins the draw for the Blue Hens. Starr could not clear up the far side. Puck lobbed in by Wittick from the right point. It comes back to him. Advanced to Gesa. Double teamed and stripped of the puck by Vinny Variale, who notched his first goal as a Blue Hen a couple weekends ago. Cunningham around the horn, bodied off the puck. Starr. Downey just held center point. Starr tried to work it in deep, but it was kicked back to neutral ice by Will Gesa. They converge at center, and recovering for Delaware at his own blue line, Vinny Variale regains red. He lofts the puck in off the backboards, and that gives Delaware a couple extra seconds to facilitate a change as we come now to the final 4:12 of the first period. Milseric. Pass through traffic up the middle, finds Teddy Baum. Chip to flank, far side. Shot from the right half wall was wide off the backboards. Rebound controlled by Safonov, and he drags it as far as neutral ice. Now he walks in with space after gaining the Delaware line. Shot from 32 feet off its target, and Fox has room up the left side of the rink to regain the RPI zone. His shot from 35 right into the Plymley breadbasket. Good for the 13th Delaware shot of the contest. Baum. Surrounded, gives the puck away. Reagan Johnson Perez. After gaining center, flipped the puck into the near corner of the Delaware zone, and we're inside the final 200 seconds of first period play. We're going to come back into the Delaware end, though, as Justin Fox is ruled guilty of an icing with 3:14 to go in the first 20. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides that are sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Dumas off the centering pass from Zoya. His shot in the slot was stick checked offline and paddled to the corner by Waugh. Zoya again trying to find Dumas, but Buckman did well to clog up the slot and disrupt that feed. This is going to be called back offside. Just over 2.5 to go. McKenna off the zone entry, denied by Waugh. Engelman tries to bulldoze his way up the right wing boards back toward the RPI blue line, but he's stripped of the puck. Flom could not clear. Burton recovers. Back in the hands of Flom behind his own goal under pressure from Roy. He turns the puck to the near corner off his backhand, but Burton had a lane to get there again for RPI. He was separated from the vulcanized rubber behind the cage. Sager to Stam up the middle looking for his second. He was bothered by Burton from astern trying to get that shot away as he just ran out of ice to pot one on Plymley. Final 100. In this 4-1 hockey game, Hens with, I don't want to say ample breathing room, but certainly breathing room to be had. Engelman to Stam, gaining center, and he flips a rolling puck into the near corner of the RPI zone. Forwards filtering back off ice in exchange for some fresh legs. Safonov again. Could not connect with Ong behind the cage. Safonov centering pass. Zoya mishandled the puck. It's held in, center point though, by Feldman. Down to the final minute of play in the first period, and RPI get one back. It was Thomas Hall. Ultimately with the goal. Off the Zoya feed at 19:01. So back to a 2-goal differential. Rensselaer goal, his third of the season, scored by number 25, Thomas Hall. Assisted by number 18, Xander Zoya, and number 26, Stephen Feldman. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 1 second in the first period. Hall's third from Zoya and Feldman at 19:01. Puck out of play. Yields a resumption of action just above the Delaware blue line. Greco awaiting the puck from Polchlepek. Was surrounded by red sweaters in close. Skip pass to Starr holding the point from Olensky. The end of the first period. Driving back to center was Feldman. Sager recovers. He pulls back into his own zone. Advanced to Stam right at the blue line. This is going to be called offside with a single second remaining in the period. And the final face-off, but a formality. The score at the end of one period, Delaware Blue Hens 4, RPI Engineers 2. We'll be back in 15 on the DHN.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Delaware domination through the middle of the first period. 3 goals in a 90-second span to turn a 1-1 tie into a 4-1 lead. Courtesy Evan Oginski, Justin Fox, and Hubert Polchlepek. Ultimately, the Engineers got one back in the closing minute of the first period as Thomas Hall potted his third to bring the Engineers back to within 2, and the second period has just begun. Joining the action inside the glass, a half minute in to second period play. Kramer trying to reel in the puck, advanced to him by Stam. Sees that pass broken up by Thomas Hall. Downey stretches this forward up the near boards, and it will come back in icing. 53 seconds have gone by in second period play. Shots were officially 16-14 in favor of the Blue Hens. Through the first 20 minutes of action, Sager wins the D-zone draw for the Blue Hens. He gets the puck back after Niall O'Malley held it in briefly at center point. Sager clears this time. Usage recovers. He waits for his fellow Engineers to tag up. And this is controlled now by Gavin Dumas in the near corner. Centering pass, Zoya couldn't control in the high slot, and Stam works this back as far as center. Zoya launches the puck back in behind the Delaware cage, where netminder Nick Waugh saved 12 of 14 shots that he faced in opening period action. 90 seconds into the second of this 4-2 contest. Hens trying to get a little bit more breathing room after that late goal from Hall. With just under a minute to go in the first period, took away 33% of a 3-goal lead. The shot from Roy ricocheted off the post and came back to him in the far corner. Julian dodges a check from Fleming but lost the puck. Stam lofted it over both their heads, up the left wing boards deep into RPI's end, where Ryan D'Souza hustles to recover. Advancing past to Safonov, putting on the brakes just inside the Delaware line. Centering pass, and a shot from Dylan Julian. Gets past Waugh to make this a 4-3 game. Dylan Julian with goal number 2 of the year. And here it comes again. It was Safonov with the primary helper. And the Delaware lead's been cut now to a single goal. Bit of an audio issue here. Looks like we're good to go now. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute goal. His second of the season, scored by number 17, Dylan Julian. Assisted by number 4, Anton Safanov, and number 2, Ryan D'Souza. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 24 seconds in the second period. Julian's second from Safanov and D'Souza at 2:24. And here a Waugh save brings play grinding to a halt with 16:10 to go in second period play. So 2 unanswered goals from the Engineers have cut the Delaware advantage to a single goal. Icing against Delaware. Rather against RPI as the Hens get an attacking zone faceoff. This is what happens when you don't get your iced coffee before the game. Words can be a little hard. But we digress. Oginski finds Variale. Hens back on the offensive. Variale centering feed, overskated by Cunningham. Puck recovered by Julian. D'Souza lets us go up the right wing boards, tipped by Zoya. Ong plastered at the blue line by Milsarek, separated from the puck. But the Engineers set up in the attacking zone. Variale back behind his goal. Puck swatted away from him by Ma, and Waugh was forced to play it. Oginski backhands the puck clear as far as center, where Brendan Ma recovers. Long shot, stick down and gathered in by Nick Waugh, that he holds for a pause. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and so much more. Whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, or anywhere in between, let's talk about how to get you noticed. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. Baum slowed up just inside the blue line after gaining the zone. Dumas drives play back to center. It's volleyed back by Starr from the red line right in front of the scorer's table in behind the RPI zone. The shot from Starr at the top of the left circle was well wide. This is cleared by Zoya. Dumas breakaway. Waugh flashes the leather and he holds. Worth another look on the 412 Communications replay. Great pass up the middle, giving Dumas the breakaway chance from the Delaware blue line, but the left-handed glove of Nick Waugh getting the last word. 14-16 remaining here in the second period. Hens need to get the momentum shifted back in their favor, and there a shot from Brian Kramer off his backhand left side was sticked away by Plymley. 9 for 10 in the save department since coming in relief midway through the first period. Sherrick gave up 3 on 6 through 9 minutes and 54 seconds of play. Stam to Engelman, trying to find Sager up the middle. That pass was blocked by Safanov. Safanov bodied into the corner boards by Flom as they battle for the puck. This over the right shoulder of Delaware netminder Nick Waugh. Kramer could not get past Ong. Penalty coming up. It will be against the Blue Hens. D'Souza lets one go from center point. And the whistle sounds to bring play to a halt with 12 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in second period action. Let's see what Owen Doan's got. Cross-checking on Flom, the official call. And the Hens head back to the PK. Buckman, Milsarek, Olensky, and Polchlapek. All on for the Delaware side. Zoya, Dumas, Gesa, Hall, and Ma comprise the power play unit for RPI. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 5, Josh Flom. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 5 seconds of the second period. Flom, 2 for cross-checking at 7:05. Shot from center point, and Hall ricocheted off the back glass right to the low slot. Nobody home for the putback. Ma sets up a one-timer from Zoya, which bounces off the iron and over the glass. 12:20 to go in the second period. 35 seconds gone off the Flom penalty. Delaware still in front, but only by a goal now, after the Engineers have clawed their way back into contention. Same 5 on for RPI. Hall holding the point. Cycling to Zoya. Across this comes to Ma. Pass back through the slot, broken up by Cunningham, driven back to center, where Zoya hustles to recover. Ma takes a check from Starr, but he dumps the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Cunningham again fails to clear. It's protected by Zoya. Dropped off to Hall, coming in from the point left side. Worked below the cage to Gesa. Stripped from him and cleared by Aiden Starr as we come to the final 45 seconds of the Flom cross-checking minor. Wall lunges to bat the puck out of harm's way as the traffic gets a little bit tight in close to his blue paint. Usage to Safonov, second unit on now. Diagonal headman pass beyond the reach of Ma, bounces off the corner boards. Now it's controlled by Burton. Left high again to Usage. Launched in close. Ma off the feed from Safonov. Had time and space at the bottom of the near circle, but fanned on the puck trying to get the equalizer for RPI. 5 seconds left on the Flom penalty. Usage. Cross ice pass. The Safonov slap shot was well wide, and the Hens are back even. Julian left this to D'Souza, thrown in traffic net front. Looked like Flom blocked the shot. Wall lost his paddle. It's delivered back to him by Fleming. Long chance came from D'Souza from an awkward angle. And sprawling for the save again was Nick Waugh. Delaware's counterattack is going to be called offside. .26 to go in the second period. And we'll restart directly in front of the 412 Communications broadcast box just above the RPI line. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Hens traveling right to left in second period play in their home white sweaters. RPI in their away reds moving left to right in middle period action with the long change in effect. Roy up the near side, gets past Buckman. He put one on a T net front for McKenna, who was denied by a Nick Waugh stick save. Buckman clears off the near glass. D'Souza kicks the puck down at center. Volleyed back to Buckman. Mielcerek winds up. Puck batted back toward the Delaware blue line by D'Souza, patrolling his own. Kramer going to try to find Stam through traffic to no avail. Hudson intercepts at his own blue line. Headman feed to Dumas. His shot denied by Waugh. Good for save number 22 for the freshman netminder out of Pasadena, Maryland, by way of Philadelphia and Cincinnati. Ma found space out of the pack behind the net. Here's Brendan Ma turning and shooting from 35 feet, just wide of the near post. Battle for the rebound over Waugh's left shoulder, attracting three from each side. And the Owen Doan whistle sounds again. Somebody's going to go for a cross check here with 9:10 remaining in the second period, and that somebody is RPI's Xander Zoya. Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play time for the Blue Hens. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities. To achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle, head to desportsmed.com. And this Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play will start with the shorthanded RPI Engineers clearing after a D-zone face-off win. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute penalty assessed to number 18, Xander Zoya. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes 50 seconds in the second period. Zoya 2 for cross-checking at 10:50. Face-off just above the RPI blue line, won by the Engineers. And this is sticked up and out of play by Usich. Ah, the tradition of the hockey organist. Gives the barn that old classic feel, doesn't it? Engelman's shot from the right point was into the pads of Plymley. Engelman tried to hold the point off a failed RPI clear, but the Engineers barrel back to center. Sager recovers after Safonov bobbled the puck, trying to advance beyond center red. 8:18 to go in the second. Delaware still in front, but only 4-3. After the Engineers scored in the last minute of the second period, the last minute of the first period, and the third minute of the second period, to cut that lead down to a single goal. Greco's shot was sticked away. Anthony Greco trying again. Puck rolls loose. Trying to jam it home was Plank on the doorstep, but Plymley scrambled for the secondary save. Final 30 on the man advantage. Kramer pursues. Feldman got stick on puck, and now it's walked out of the zone by Usich. Stripped from him by Kramer. So Kramer protects for Delaware. Headman pass to Polchlapek, caught him unawares at the bottom of the near circle. 10 left on the man advantage. Sager walking the line. Stam one-timer on target. Crossing to the far post. Plymley makes the textbook save. Olensky tried to jam the rebound home, couldn't do so. And the Engineers kill off another one. Kramer gave way to Zoya. Inside 7 minutes remaining of the second period. Fleming foils the Engineers' clearing attempt. Kramer couldn't set up Olensky. He was surrounded from all angles. And this will come back an icing against the RPI Engineers with 6 minutes And 41 seconds to go in the second. Engineers unable to change after the icing. Delaware's second line, centered by Evan Oginski. On for this continued attack. Almost a 2-2-A between the Olensky-Polchlepek line and this Oginski line. Oginski and Polchlepek both with a goal. Likewise, Stam and Fox with a goal each, so all four lines have found the back of the RPI net. It has been 2-1 Engineers, though, since Plymley entered the game midway through the first period. D'Souza forced back into his own zone to recover after failing to get stick on puck at center. He launches this off the far boards, and it will come back. Another icing. 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining here in second period action. A programming note: if you're looking for the Drexel-Westchester game later tonight, which we were supposed to have on the Delaware Hockey Network this evening at 10:30, you'll be able to find that now on the Sports Fanbase Network, and Delaware have just found a fifth goal. Right off the draw. The fourth line does it again. Let's watch as it materializes. Bomb from Fox. At least that's what it looked like at first glance. We'll get confirmation via replay. Indeed, that's the case. And the Hens getting a little bit more breathing room. Oh, Delaware goal! His first as a Blue Hen. Scored by number 20, Teddy Baugh. Assisted by number 7, Justin Fox. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 16 seconds. In the second period, Bombs first as a Delaware Blue Hen from Fox at 14-16. So the lead is back to 2. And college-age boys doing what college-age boys do. After play grinds to a halt in the Delaware zone, and the Hens are going to end up shorthanded. We'll see what we've got downstairs. Looks like this will be worthy of some discussion between Messrs. Doan and Howington. And we'll get the word from downstairs momentarily. We can tell you it's on plank. And a minor went up on the board. Looks like a minor for boarding. And we'll do our best to get absolute confirmation of that here as quickly as possible. The Delaware penalty. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 25, Andrew Plank. 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 10 seconds in the second period. Plank 2 for boarding at 15:10. Zoya and Stam take the draw to the left of Nick Waugh. Ma Dumas. Centering pass was tipped offline by Flom, and Stam's on his horse back the other way for Delaware. Stam in a 1-on-2. Crashing the net, takes a high hit into the loose boards from Hall directly behind the cage. Gesa the other way, onside on the re-entry. Drop pass to Ma, and the shot was wobbled wide from the near half wall. Hall again. Waugh says no. Rather, that was Ma. Denied by Nick Waugh. And that's worth another look, friends. Absolutely gorgeous net-minding cross-slot pass and a one-timer from Brendan Ma. Nick Waugh says no, sir. .412 to go. In the second period, 1:18 to go on the Plank boarding minor. Hall, Ma, Zoya. Now Dumas working the near corner. Back low it goes to Gesa. Gesa's tied up by Engelman in the far corner. Walking in with the puck is Dumas, trying to jam it past. Ma bobbled again off the cross crease feed. He regathers, and it's held in by Hall. Ma across again to Zoya, waiting at the left dot in search of goal number 12, but he can't get a shot away. Flom wrestles the puck free, and he launches it back up ice for the Hens, who hustle off to try to change. Safonov, all by his lonesome, scores. Anton Safonov pots his 7th of the year, a second RPI power play goal. And it's now (5-4). Looked to be Safonov straight from the goalie on that one. And that is indeed the case. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute power play goal. 7th goal of the season, scored by number 4, Anton Safonov. Assisted by number 33, Hayden Plymley. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 42 seconds in the second period. Safonov's 7th from Plymley at 16:42. And there's the equalizer. Seth McKenna, a one-timer all by his lonesome in the slot, makes this a 5-5 game. Here it comes again. Centering pass from Burton. McKenna drives home his fourth. And we're all knotted up again. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute goal. Fourth of the season, scored by number 14, Seth McKenna. Assisted by number 5, Trent Burton. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 51 seconds in the second period. McKenna's fourth from Burton at 17:51. So 2 goals in 69 seconds for the Engineers, and now an icing with 1:27 to go in this 5-5 hockey game. A barn burner indeed from Fred Rust Arena, to say the least of it. Top forward combination back on for Delaware. Sager across from Zoya. Zoya wins the draw. Feldman pulls back behind his own net. He tries to advance the puck himself, but it's swatted back from center by Stam in behind the RPI goal. Final 70. Flom tried to hold the point, lost his balance, and was bodied down by Zoya. Here's Engelman working this in behind the net, and we've reached the final minute of the second. Flom, left point, opens, fires, shot was wide. Sager walking in off the post, got his own rebound. Dumas wrestles the puck away. Advance to Zoya, up the right wing boards. Engelman leaning to block the passing lanes. Dumas maintains momentum for RPI. Zoya kicks this back to Hudson, across the line to Souza. Thrown off the backboards, pursued by Flom and Dumas. It trickles out into the mid slot where Kramer had time and space, and he clears the zone. Final 20. Kramer 2-on-2. Toe drag and a shot up into the netting and out of play. 17 4/5 seconds remaining in period number 2. Fresh puck retrieved and handed off to Adam Wheeler for the face-off in the near circle of the RPI end. Padolensky in for the face-off. This is sent clear by Ryan D'Souza up the right wing boards. Fleming had no choice but to play it, but deep in his own zone. He could not carry him the puck clear. The shot from Hudson was wide. Final 3 seconds. Last chance, blocked net front by Fleming. The horn sounds. Period 2 has concluded. At the end of 40 minutes, the score, RPI Engineers 5, Delaware Blue Hens 5. Back after the second intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. A fresh sheet of ice awaits us as we prepare to embark on third period play. A look back at Seth McKenna's equalizer with 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the second period. Not long off the heels of an Anton Safonov goal. They're the one-timer from Seth McKenna off a Trent Burton feed, erasing what was left of the Delaware advantage. In the antepenultimate minute of the second period, third period is underway. Kramer gains center off the feed from Downey and throws the puck off the far corner boards. Julian recovers, plays it across near side to Hall. It's thrown in behind the Delaware net where Brendan Fleming recovers and backhands it ahead to Stam. Puck blocked down inside the line by Feldman. Wall with the stop, and the puck goes out of play and into the hands of linesperson Adam Wheeler, who will conduct the near circle faceoff. Stam tries to steer the puck away from Ma to no avail. Sager can't clear. Ma pickpockets him. Downey races to the puck in the near corner. Stam pushes this over the line off the feed from Kramer. Kramer to Stam as he heads off for a change. Sager lunges net front. Can't redirect the puck past Plymley on the welcome mat. Plymley, 17 for 19 of the save department this afternoon turned evening. Dumas to Ma. Icing waved off. Winning the race to the puck was Xander Zoya. He tried to throw it in. Waugh plays the puck on. Not a shot on goal as Zoya didn't have the angle he needed to cross the red line. Polchlepek holds the right point off the failed Burton clear. Flom's shot disrupted. The other five, Trent Burton recovers. And he advances the puck to Boughton. Boughton steered to the far corner and in behind the goal as Engelman bodies him off the biscuit. This comes up to the top of the near circle. Hudson slams it in close again. It bounces wide, and Greco finds Polchlepek in neutral ice. Polchlepek gains center before hacking the puck off his backhand the rest of the way in behind the RPI goal. And a fresh set of Delaware skaters take to the ice with 2 minutes elapsed in the third period of this tie hockey game. 5-5 from Fred Rust Arena through the first 42. Hudson surrounded by Blue Hens. Shot from 35 feet. Puck ends up in the far corner. Buckman and Hudson with Doan right there. Exchange a couple shoves edgewise, and finally they separate. And the Hens break out of their zone. Oginski did the heavy lifting through the neutral zone. Variale tried to leave the puck back to CJ Mielsarik at the point, but it was taken away by Safonov. Safonov stood up at the blue line, bats the puck into the near corner of the Delaware end, where Oginski tries to clear, but he gives it away to Hall. Hall, long shot. Waugh drops to the butterfly for the save. Follow-up chance came from Gesa in the far corner. Rather, that was Xander Zoya, who was denied by Nick Waugh. And Cunningham and Oginski back the other way find themselves surrounded by engineers, waiting for the reinforcements to come in. A full complement of fresh skaters back on for the Blue Hens side, and this puck goes over the glass and out of play. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve a personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's new membership program, nutrition coaching, exercise planning, discounts on physical therapy and shockwave treatments, and more. Head to desportsmed.com today to learn all about it. Four minutes minus a few seconds gone in the third period. Icing waved off. Successful dump and change for the Blue Hens. Fourth line's got 2 goals. Fox and Baum have both found the back of the RPI net. Flom up the middle, could not cleanly find Fox. Puck taken away by Niall O'Malley. Cleared back to center, where Stam lets it go back in. First line filtering back on for the Hens. 4.5 gone. Kramer with the takeaway. Hens coming in numbers. Brian Kramer could not set up Stam on the welcome out. He was bothered by Safonov. They got tied up at the top of the crease. Julian the other way. Angled off his path by Joey Engelman, who works the puck up the left wing boards and now cleared off the stick of Safonov, retreating back to neutral of his own volition. Engelman on the re-entry. Stam bodied down by Safonov in an otherwise unoccupied mid-slot. Safonov is off for a change. Ma shoots from the right half wall, and Waugh holds on for dear life. 14 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the third period of this 5-5 hockey game. 3 shots so far in the third, all off the sticks of Engineers. And they get an attacking zone faceoff coming up with the Zoya Maud Dumas line back on. Hudson and D'Souza holding down blue line duty. Waugh readjusting his wares, and now off we go. D'Souza off his skate protected the point. Dumas walking through the slot. He tried to shoot from 12 feet, but it skipped wide. Zoya couldn't generate anything from high in the zone. Sager fails to clear. Stam recovers the puck from Ma, and Sager heads a 2-on-3 Delaware attack. Kramer lost his footing. The Blue Hens fans want a trip on D'Souza. They're not going to get it. Sager with the takeaway. Point blank range he shoots, but it's popped high and wide by Plymley. Hudson to Ma up the left wing boards, and he scores. Brendan Ma with his 5th of the year. And RPI take their first lead of the evening. .601 into the third period. Ma gets his 5th. That the go-ahead goal off the John Hudson feed. And the Hens forced to play catch-up now. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute goal. 5th of the season, scored by number 15, Brendan Ma. Assisted by number 20, John Hudson. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 1 second in the third period. Ma's 5th from Hudson at 6:01. Puck deflected out of play. Referee Owen Doan calling for an attacking zone face-off for the Blue Hens. Olensky beaten off the draw by Safonov. Ong's entry is going to be called back offside. 13:19 to go here in regulation. RPI with 3 unanswered goals. Working into their first lead of the game, and it's been a streaky game all the way. Hens with an early run to go up 4-1 midway through the first period. Then they give up 2 in a row, 4-3. Baum's first goal was a blue hen, 14-16 into the second, made it 5-3. And now RPI have scored the last 3. Fleming to Polchlepek. Hens change as Polchlepek gives the puck away to Usich. Dumas gains the zone for RPI. Puck caroms back out at a neutral ice where Roy recovers. Volleyed back to Flom, D-to-D pass, Engelman near side. Engelman walks up to center, he gets a long shot away on net. Sticked away by Plymley to the far wall. Engelman intercepts. This is Roy backing up the right wing boards. Flom lines him up for a hit at the half wall. Roy keeps on ticking but blew a tire in the far corner. The centering pass from McKenna was intercepted. Engelman clears after Flom regained possession and control for the Delaware side. 8 minutes have gone by in the third period. And play is whistled down as Plymley freezes with 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Our 10th season of coverage of Salesianum High School hockey begins on Friday. The second half of a DHN doubleheader, which begins with the Delaware Men's Division I Blue Hens taking on Stony Brook. That game at 6:15 Eastern Time. Salesianum will follow immediately after, right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Muscling through traffic was Safanov. Delayed penalty coming up against the Blue Hens. Safanov leaves the puck ahead to Feldman, who's taken down. And there we get the whistle. $11:10 to go. And Josh Flom heads off. Slashing the call from Owendone. And the Hens are back on the PK. Dangerous one to take, though. Having given up 3 in a row and trailing 1, but the alternative being Safanov crashing the net all by his lonesome. Really not a good option there one way or the other. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 5, Josh Flom. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 50 seconds of the third period. Flom, 2 for slashing at 8:50. Hall from Gesa. Works the puck in behind the cage. Mielceric takes it away from Dumas. His clearing attempt foiled by Ma. Hall, Ma. Drop back to Hall, stepping up to the dot. Worked in close. Dumas could not set up Gesa on the welcome mat. Stam, Kramer, Mielceric, and Buckman, the 4 penalty killers on for the Hens. 33 seconds to go on this RPI power play. Xander Zoya picks his corner. And he kicks the convert for the Engineers. So Zoya's got a dozen on the season. .10:22 into the third period. Now a 7-5 hockey game. Engineers have reeled off 4 unanswered. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute goal. 12th of the season, scored by number 18, Xander Zoya. Assisted by number 15, Brendan Ma, and number 25, Thomas Hall. Time of the power play goal, 10 minutes, 22 seconds in the third period. Zoya's 12th from Ma and Hall at 10:22, a power play goal. So the Hens' hot start. 4 goals in a span of 3.5 minutes. Right smack dab in the middle of the first period. Ultimately erased, as now they stare down a 2-goal deficit. Cunningham on the doorstep could not redirect the puck past off the Engelman feed. This will come back in icing. .802 to go. Liam McBain objecting to the icing call. But ultimately it will stand. Hens will set up for an attacking zone face-off at the far circle. Big guns on for the Hens. Sager with the face-off win. Trying to poke the puck free was Roy. And ultimately, the Engineers break out of their end. Flom stripped of the puck by Burton as he tried to walk out of Delaware's end of the zone, end of the rink. The shot from D'Souza, stick down and away by Waugh. Stam's shot coming back. Covered and held by Plymley. Hens still need a pair. Buckman's shot held on to by Plymley, and he will freeze for the pause. Olensky won the face-off. Polchlepek's shot was intercepted. The backhand of Anthony Greco reestablishes attacking position for the Blue Hens. Polchlepek couldn't reel in a loose puck at the top of the paint. Olensky protecting. Flubbed the shot under pressure from Ma, and the Engineers clear. No icing. Zoya left the puck in the near circle for Dumas, and play is whistled dead once again. Hens working end to end. Plank to bomb to Fox. Ran into resistance from the other 7, Niall O'Malley, Fox did. And couldn't further his advance beyond the dots. Net front scrum in the Delaware end, and Ong puts a loose puck past Waugh to make this an 8-5 hockey game. Watching again as bodies crowd in from all angles. Ong with his third. Gesa and Safonov with the helpers. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute goal. His third of the season, scored by number 22, Henry Ong. Assisted by number 8, Will Gesa, and number 4, Anton Safonov. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 42 seconds in the third period. Ong's third from Gesa and Safonov at 13:42. That is now 5 unanswered RPI goals. They play as a team. They're aware of each other, and they are deep. Last night, 11 of them were credited with at least 1 point on the score sheet. Tonight, 14 Engineers have recorded at least 1 point, including netminder Hayden Plymley, who, God love him, came into this game midway through the first period and has once again been a major decision maker and a major difference maker for these Engineers. 4.5 to go. Polchlepek back to Mielcerek, shouldered down hard by Safonov. And here we go. Mielcerek knocked down by Safonov, and a few cross checks to the head afterwards. And it looks like we're going to go 4-on-4. Both guys off. At 15:47. Safonov just getting a minor for roughing. Mielcerek off for holding. So we're 4-on-4, and a last play face-off is spotted just above the RPI line. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute penalty assessed to number 4, Anton Safonov. 2 minutes for roughing. Delaware penalty assessed to number 2, CJ Mielcerek. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalties, 15 minutes, 47 seconds in the third period. Safonov, 2 for roughing. Mielcerek, 2 for holding at 15:47. Crunch time indeed for the Hens. But a mighty tall task in front of them with 3.5 minutes to go and 3 goals to make up. Starr keeps play in the neutral zone. Usage leaves this back to Hudson. Tipped by Ma toward the Delaware line where Fleming recovers. Olensky to Sager. And now to the accelerating Aiden Starr walking in over the RPI line. Starr hassled by Wittick. Puck taken away by Ma. 2-on-1. Ma, Wittick. Net front tip was wide. Bodies pile up in the far corner of the Delaware zone, scrapping for the rebound. Olensky tried to sweep through with it, but Wittick protected. He lobs the puck in lazily net front. Ma not there to tap it in past Waugh. 22 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. 2.5 minutes to go in the contest. Here's Flom. Bodied down by Hudson in the near corner. RPI clear, and this will come back an icing. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. 2:15 remaining. The Cunningham line on. Flom playing back at his own blue line. He's onside, so there's no prohibition for him to be where he's at, right in front of the Delaware bench. Puck is down, and immediately on comes Oginski as we're back to 5-on-5. Buckman to Cunningham up the middle. Another high hit from Safonov. Ong turns the puck the other way. Here he shoots under pressure from Oginski off a Niall O'Malley feed. Mielsarik and Safonov again, going at it for a loose puck. Safonov thrown down by Buckman. Loose puck corralled by Oginski and cleared. This will come back an icing. 1.5 to go in a game that has seen Delaware snatch defeat from the jaws of victory in more ways than one. 5 unanswered goals through the last 23 minutes. Being the main storyline tonight, as Delaware up 4-1 at one point and then 5-3 through the second, have seen that entire lead slip away. A lot of youth on this team, a lot of room for growth on this team, and still a lot of season left for this team. Wall lost his stick as Dumas confronted him, all in pursuit of that loose puck behind the Delaware goal. To say it's gotten chippy here in deep stretch would be an understatement. Dumas slowed up at center by Baum. Puck is lofted by Hall off the far corner boards into the Delaware end where Downey recovers. And the final 20 see a long pass tipped by Justin Fox into the near corner of the RPI zone. Safonov clears. Engelman walking back in. Puts on the brakes at the blue line. Final 5. And Safinov's going to let. Oh! Safinov attracting a crowd at the end of the game. And now Flom's tangled up too with an RPI player as Plank and Baum exchange a few thoughts with Anton Safinov, who's got to be pulled back out of the fracas by his teammates. So an 8-5 final from Fred Rust Arena. And we'll take you inside the glass to bring things to a conclusion. Tonight's final score, Rensselaer Polytechnic Engineers 8, Delaware Blue Hens 5. Final shots on goal, RPI 43, Delaware 33. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star with a goal and an assist for Delaware, number 20, Teddy Baum. Tonight's second star coming in relief for RPI for the win between the pipes and an assist, number 33, Hayden Plymley. And the number 1 star of the game with the game-winning goal and an assist for RPI, number 15, Brendan Ma. And that will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, a copyrighted production of 412 Communications, LLC. For our videographer, Ryan Dominic, for the entire DHN crew, thanks for your company this weekend. Once again, the final score, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Engineers 8, Delaware Blue Hens 5. We'll see you again next weekend here on the Delaware Hockey Network. The Men's Division I Blue Hens return home. They face off against Stony Brook, and Salesianum will kick off their 2025-26 Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League slate as well. James Witherite saying have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you again soon on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by Heather A. Long. Good night.